Hey fuckers and fans, guess what? We're fucking back. I could not resist after the last 2 days of watching the trailer to Mortal Kombat 2021. I'm on like my 60th fucking viewing. I watched all the reviews, and I do have to fucking say, a lot of people missed a lot of shit. And that's where I come in. This may even be my last video. We don't know, but this movie, I'm telling you, is the shit. I got shit written up and down my arm. I got notes. Because there's so much. I've watched every review online, and there's so much that everybody missed. So this is a if you missed it, here it is review. And shout out to the Quickie Mart guy. He's like, you ain't gonna ruin it. You ain't gonna spoil the movie. I'm like, dude, it's a fucking trailer. What's there to be ruined? What's there to be... It's a trailer. What is there is there. There isn't, it's not a movie review, it's a trailer review. They're giving me all this information, as well as you. Right? Now, if I can figure this shit out, that ain't my problem. But, shout out, Quickie Mart dude, spoiler alert, because 85% of the time, when I guess the outcome of a movie from a trailer, 90% of the time, I am right. And then people hold that shit against me. Ah, you ruined the movie. Spoilers, I'm like, it's a trailer. It's all there. It's all in the trailer. I just put the puzzle pieces together. That's all I do. So, Mortal Kombat 2021. I am a fan, and this review is from fan to fan, because I am a Mortal Kombat fan. And now we begin. I like to go by the order of events. In a trailer, you get one scene split into 6 pieces going blah 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 blah, boom 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 boom, blah 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 blah, boom 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 boom. But you don't realize that blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah 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 are one fucking scene. Once again, spoilers, because I am not going to be responsible for you all being pissed off when I tell you how this movie works out. I've watched all the reviews, all the reactions. I've watched the trailer at this point about 50 fucking times. I am a Mortal Kombat fan. Not as much as Resident Evil, but those movies are like, bleh. This is a remake of the greatest video game movie ever made from 1990s, Paul W.S. Anderson. His greatest fucking movie. So, let's get into it. I've watched all the reviews. Everybody's got something to say. But this is what I've heard. And this is what everybody says. I'll walk through it. I don't have the little YouTube channel thing that shows the trailer. I'm just going to go through from memory. This is what I've heard. Oh, Jax loses his arms from Sub-Zero. Got that, motherfuckers. You got everybody in it. Sonya, Liu Kang, Kung Lao. It's the typical stuff. What I want to go into is what everybody on YouTube has not noticed. Because I noticed. Does anybody have a pause and play? Because when you pause and you can look at this shit, you're like, oh, okay, rumors. Let's start with that. Cole is Johnny Cage. Bullshit. Cole is a descendant of Scorpion. I can follow that. To be led into later on in the video. But I don't believe that Johnny Cage is not in this movie. Not even for a second. There's just so much that everybody making reviews and reactions, there's so much that you all miss. Basic shit. Pause and play. Pause and play. And I have some clips because I can't play the actual video. I'm not that in depth. And like I said, I'm not equipped enough to do this shit. But I'm telling you, if I was going to die tomorrow, I will live for another 2 months until this movie hits theaters. I will die watching this movie. It's that interesting. So, carry on. See, I like the order of events. Now, a trailer is mixed-matched. It goes 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. You know, to throw you off, it shows you the best parts. But if it doesn't show you the best parts, then they're the greatest fucking parts. So, this is the order of events. Storyline, plot point. Let's break this down. This is the complicated part. So, what everybody seems to have noticed. The order of events. Everything everybody has noticed. Jax gets his arm ripped off by Sub-Zero. Got it. Kano is now on the good guy's side. Doubtful. I'm going back and forth here, but the main theme song through the trailer. Dun 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 dun. The original one goes Sonya, Johnny Cage, Sub-Zero, Scorpion. That's the trailer. The theme song kicks in. Remixed, but it kicks in. Dun dun dun. I'm Sonya. That's Kano. Which doesn't sound like it's an introduction. It sounds more like, that's that motherfucker. Kano. And you see her fighting him once. You see a lot with him. He's obviously on the good guys team, but obviously he's a snitch. He's the guy backstabbing those motherfuckers. He's a betrayer. And once again, I'm going through what I've heard first. What I've heard. Cole. Oh yeah, Scorpion. Oh yeah, he might be Johnny Cage. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Cole, I do believe, is a descendant of Scorpion. Not Johnny Cage. When you see that scene, I assume all of you have watched the trailer and all the reviews. I'm not going through all that shit. There's Goro fighting a guy. I believe that that guy is Johnny Cage with his fucking armor on. That's Johnny Cage. Cole, I do believe, is a descendant of Scorpion. Because in the final scene, which is not what I believe the final fight to be, the final scene of the trailer, you see 3 people in one room, and that's a tagline. You see Scorpion do the, "Get over here!" Because he saves Cole, perhaps a descendant of his own bloodline. Scorpion is very sentimental. That's plot point. Yet, the reason that I back up the idea of Cole having the dragon symbol, possibly being a descendant of Scorpion, not to mention the fact in the final scene of the trailer, Scorpion is, "Get over here!" saving his ass from Sub-Zero. And that's where I think the final battle begins. But there is a time lapse here. There's a time frame. I think, because there is an adventure mode here, you know what I mean? Everybody's going somewhere. You see Kano without his full fucking shit. But we all know that he's an animatronic. He is cyborg. Once again, who fixed Jax's arms? Did Sonya go to Kano Corp? It's not a thing. But did Kano supply the animatronics to fix his arms? Because, and I'm not going into photos yet, but, so there is the rumor that Cole might be a descendant of Scorpion. Once again, Scorpion saves Cole from Sub-Zero. This is the beginning of their ultimate battle. Scorpion, "Get over here!" saves Cole, this new guy. And that's when the battle between Scorpion and Sub-Zero begins. I am Sub-Zero. And that's where it goes. They fight, and I believe that Scorpion beats his ass in the very end with all his skills. Because I looked it up on IMDb. The character who plays Sub-Zero is, as you all might know, a very important character from the movie The Raid Redemption. He is a real martial artist. So is fucking Scorpion. These are Asian diamonds. Like, they're the real thing. But that is what I believe to be the beginning of that final battle. Everybody's like, this is the final battle. I don't think so. Cole is being attacked, damn near killed by Sub-Zero. Scorpion does the, haha, "Get over here!" That battle begins. They fight, Scorpion kills Sub-Zero. Because I looked up on IMDb, the actor from The Raid Redemption, who plays Sub-Zero, says, playing Sub-Zero / Noob Saibot. And there's a picture to prove that. Now we're getting into Snapchats, because now I'm doing what apparently nobody else has fucking noticed. So in this movie, there is a time lapse. There is a time frame. Like this adventure of them trying to get to the tournament is battle, 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 but the real battles don't fucking matter until they get to the tournament. The final fight. That involves Kano and everybody else, including Sub-Zero, who at the end becomes Noob Saibot. And you know why nobody watches movies with me anymore? Because 85% of the time, 90% of the time, I'm right. It's, where did I have that written down? 80% of the time, 90% of the time. Yeah, anyway, I did say spoilers. I'm not ruining the movie. I'm just watching the trailer. If there is a Noob Saibot, that means Sub-Zero dies. If it's Sub-Zero versus Scorpion, Scorpion has to kill Sub-Zero for him to become Noob Saibot, while he protects Cole. You know, Scorpion being fire, and Cole being the new guy, might be a, you know, Cole and fire. We get that. He sure is fucking Johnny Cage. Now let's get into that. Now we're gonna hit the hardcore. I've hit the basics. Oh, and the theme song. The theme song to this trailer is the fucking Mortal Kombat theme song. Dun 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 dun. And that's how it goes. As soon as Sonya hits the screen. These are your heroes. These are your champions. I'm Sonya. Dun 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 dun. Sonya Blade. Dun 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 dun. Johnny Cage. Dun 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 dun. That's Kano. Once again from the original film, 1990s. That's Kano. And then she gets on the boat. There's a lot of fan fiction going on here, and I don't have the time to go into it. Yeah, let's get to how you all, the shit you all missed. Let's get into that. What did you all miss? My wrist is fucking full. The acoustic version of the theme song, Sonya Blade, Kano, Liu Kang, Kung Lao. Some of them not even in the original game. This is where we get for real. Let's do it. So now I have to get into written context, because there is so much shit in this video that I have heard none of the other reviewers say. None of the other fans catch this shit. And I'm gonna read by the books. Here we go. Okay, so Jax gets his arms ripped off. Now he's Jax. He fights somebody. That's the thing. Characters. I'm trying to draw out the characters in this fucking movie. Who does Jax, with his mechanical arms, defeat? There's a picture of a guy with a big-ass hammer. People are like, oh, Shao Kahn. No. We see the statue of Shao Kahn. This can be Kotal Kahn. And he looks Indian, he has an arm plate, and he has a rock hammer, imitating Shao Kahn. And he crushes his head. I can see that coming. And it is an Indian burial ground kind of battlefield. Sub-Zero. At some point in this movie, we will see him become Noob Saibet, which means he has been beaten. If he has been beaten, and he's fighting Scorpion and Sub-Zero, that can only mean that Scorpion beats his ass, and then he becomes Noob Saibet. Then there's the Goro scene. Let's just get to that real quick. Thank God for Goro. Who is he fighting in this body armor? Everybody keeps talking, Johnny Cage. Nicolas Cage. Johnny Cage. Who's the only fucking guy to beat Goro? Johnny Cage. Oh! Even if Johnny Cage dies, even if it's a flashback, once again, time frame, maybe some of this is all back forwards. There's an adventure going on here. They're on an adventure, getting to the tournament. On the way to the tournament, they're attacked by opposite individuals. Fighters, they get into fights. The tournament doesn't truly begin until it has begun. So I feel like half this movie is an adventure getting to that point. Once again with Kano. He's on the good guy's side. But by the time we hit the tournament, he's got to be a fucking villain. Theory on that too. Now we got to get real close. Reptile. We all know Reptile. He comes down, well, Kano and Sonya are in an arcade somewhere, so to speak. Sing songs like, kill him. That's the scene where Kano kills Reptile. Kano does kill Reptile. He rips his heart out with a mechanical hand. Now let's get back to that. Now we're going into pictures. Everybody's like, that could be Jax. No. Jax's arms are very specific. Check it out. Then there's this mechanical hand that looks like the Terminator. That is Kano, where he rips out the reptile's heart. What a fucking beauty. Which means Kano is half fucking cyborg. Even the scene where he's doing the eye thing. He's shooting out the laser out of his eye. But it looks like this. And I've heard others say, you don't see the other side. But his damaged eye in that battle is the right eye. So if you turn like this, you're going to see the right eye. But if you flip that screen in editing, it'll make it look like it's his left eye. Which leads to the illusion. Does he have that side of his face yet? Where does this eye come from? But that hand is definitely fucking Kano's. He's half robot. Split down the center. Right eye, laser. Right hand, as you can see, rips out the heart. Mechanical. Half robot. Agreed. Which gets to another point. This clip, these are all snapshots. I ain't doing no trailer review. I ain't got time for that. Snapshot. Kung Lao. Liu Kang. Kano. Sonya. He kills Sonya's partner. In this, he's supposed to be a good guy. We all know that he ain't. I can tell you that he ain't. But that fire dragon, the boom! I assume everybody's watched this in all the reviews. This is not a trailer review. This is more just like, hey, I've debunked this shit. It looks like a guy, as the fire dragon comes up, with a chrome skull. A chrome skull. Going, no. Now, say they switch that scenario For example, there is a clip of him, Kano, shooting his laser beam out of his eye. Kung Lao, there is a clip of him blocking with his hat a red laser beam. And that's it. Now say, Kano kills Kung Lao, and the final fight between Kano in time frame, maybe he's not full metal skull, chrome skull Kano yet, but, through the adventure he gets there, and he killed Liu Kang's brother, Kung Lao. That would lead an eventual revenge to, boom, Fire Dragon, while he's like, I'm sorry, and then he fucks him up. But Kano could be fighting anybody. All we know is Kano defeats Reptile. That's all we know. And I know that Sonya kills Mileena. Now let's get into that. Multiple clips of Mileena fighting Sonya. In the final points of this trailer, finish them! Dun 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 dun! Sonya actually uses her little laser beam shit. I don't know what it's called. The kiss of death, her laser beam. Boom! She blows Mileena through the center. You could see her spine bone, blood everywhere. And we already know that Sonya and Mileena fight. So Sonya beats Mileena, while Liu Kang is standing in the background going, what? So Mileena dies by Sonya. That's obvious. Sonya, everybody only gets so many fatalities. If she doesn't kill Kano, maybe they switched it. Maybe Kano killed Liu Kang's brother, Kung Lao, and Liu Kang has that final Fire Dragon, kicks his ass. And there's so much, that's what I mean, is I've watched all these reviews of other people, and so many people ain't hitting the point. For example, what does anybody think about Liu Kang versus Cabal? Let me bring up a picture. Liu Kang versus Cabal. You know Cabal. Shing! I want to just fucking throw something in the wall. Cabal and a striker. Liu Kang versus Cabal. It's there, motherfuckers. Don't forget to support the Florida Lottery. I got little pink flamingos. Anyway, so, Cabal is in this fucking movie. Nobody mentioned that shit. Let's get into that shit. Nobody mentioned fucking Cabal. He's a contestant. Nobody mentioned the fan blade of Kitana. There is a clip where Raiden's like, I'll show it to you. It's a picture. So it's like a museum, which means the fan blade of Kitana is either she's some upcoming warrior, or she's a warrior previously killed. And this is like the museum of lost soldiers. Lost contestants. They who died in battle. And there's her fucking fan blade. It's there. It's fucking there. Alright, it's time to wrap up. Because this is why I try to make it quick. I rant. This is why I don't do movie reviews. Watch my Resident Evil Retribution review. That shit goes into paraphernalia. If you're gonna fuck a chick, make sure you check her ID. I rant. So let's set that aside. Let's get to the point. And now I've got to read the notes. Okay. Point blank. Jackson Briggs, in the opening, where he's like, I'm Sonya. That's Kano. Jackson Briggs, that's his name, promotes himself as Briggs, Jax. That's a soldier technique. Last name first, first name last. That's a soldier. Jackson Briggs introduces himself as Briggs Jax. Backwards. So he's a soldier, which means he's a badass motherfucker. Once again, his hands, his mechanical arms, as you can see, that is not this little Terminator-looking hand. The mechanical hand that looks like Terminator is Kano. Jackson Briggs, his hands are solid and purified, but I believe that Kano was the one to give him his cybernetic arms, because Kano is half cybernetic. He's into cybernetics. Even in the web series. Kano is half a fucking robot, and he runs that shit. Maybe that's how he got involved with Sonya. Which is why I believe that when Liu Kang pulls the Dragon Fire finishing move, it's Kano, because Kano killed Kung Lao. Once again, photographs. Kano shoots a laser. Blah, blah, blah. Kung Lao, I'm Kung Lao, blocks a laser. So what if Kano kills Kung Lao? Instead of it being a revenge story from Sonya to him, perhaps it's a revenge story from Liu Kang to him. What if Kano kills Kung Lao? And in return, he gets finished. Because when you look at that fire dragon and the person going like this, oh no, he has a chrome skull. I'm really gonna have to edit this fucking video. He has a chrome skull. That's not Shang Tsung. I wish it was, maybe it is. He can change into anybody, right? But maybe that's Liu Kang's revenge. So that's that point. We gotta get to this. Sonya, okay. Sonya kills Mileena with a laser blast. Boom! Done. Obvious. Scorpion protecting Cole. Cole, what do you light Cole with? Fire. What is Scorpion? Fire. Is he a relative? We don't know. But I do know that Cole was about to be fucked up by Sub-Zero, and Scorpion saves his ass. This movie's out in a couple of months anyway, which is why I feel like I'm wasting my time and my breath. We could just go see this shit. But I see so many other people talking about reviews and oh, what if? And I'm like, motherfucker, I got what if right here. I'm a fan. Once again, Cabal. Cabal versus Liu Kang. Nobody saw that shit. Nobody saw Kitana's fan blade in the museum. That's my whole point, is I'm trying to mention things I haven't heard from other people. Because other people just watch it and they're like, yeah, ice and fire, woohoo, Goro! And I'm like, yeah, but who is Goro fighting? Once again, I believe that is truly Johnny Cage. Another theory I've heard. I do believe that Kano kills Kung Lao, but I haven't heard that one before. We all know Kano kills Reptile. What a fucking beauty. Hold on. Hello, baby. Did you miss me? How's it going? Would you use that knife to... Would you knife it in your mother's back? It worked a bit smart in your partner, though. Twitch ya. I mean, like, it's... The basics are the basics, but there's a lot that these reviewers out there have missed. And I should have kept it shorter, because I rant, but I'm telling you, there is so much... These reviewers are like, yeah, did you guess this? And I'm like, yeah, did you notice Cabal, motherfucker? Yeah, who's that other guy fighting? Everybody's like Johnny Cage. I'm like, who kicks fucking Goro's ass? Johnny Cage. Maybe Johnny Cage dies. Maybe he does Katanya. There's a time lapse. There is a time frame here. It goes back and forth. How do we know what's old contest and what's new contest? You don't. You just fucking don't. But I'll tell you what I see. Fucking Goro's ass, Johnny Cage. Maybe Johnny Cage dies. Maybe he does Katanya. There's a time lapse. There is a time frame here. It goes back and forth. How do we know what's old contest and what's new contest? You don't. You just fucking don't. But I'll tell you what I see. Like, I went on IMDb, you know, Noob Sabat, Sub-Zero, same guy. There's also a Nikita. Nikita is a vampire chick from Mortal Kombat Deception. Perhaps the other one. They were back-to-back anyway. She's just another random fighter, which means there's a lot of random fighters in this that are not main characters. Hence, Cabal, Nikita, Noob Saibet, or maybe he's a final boss because Noob Saibet is Sub-Zero. But he is in it. Melina gets blown to shit by Sonya. I mean, it's fairly simple. Like, I feel like nobody has a pause and play button on fucking YouTube. Just pause, and you're like, oh, is that who I think it is? No, they just watch the trailer, and they're just like, yeah, Goro! Okay, who is Goro fighting? Who is Liu Kang fighting? Who does Liu Kang destroy with the fucking finishing move? Everybody's just like, hey, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, oh, Kung Lao. How does Kung Lao die? We only see him twice in the fucking trailer. He dies. This is why I had to put on spoilers, because I'm telling you, Kung Lao does not survive the tournament. Somebody kills his ass. And I have the picture of Kano going, ha 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 ha, and you have the picture of Kung Lao going, I'm Kung Lao, blocking the laser. It's right there. But people don't see this shit. Why? Why? I might not even be able to see this movie in theater. What else we got here? I mean, it's only a couple of months away. Yeah, blah, blah, Sub-Zero. Yeah, it's a theme song. Dun, 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 dun. Play, pause, gonna set this straight to... Dude, this has got to be like a 2-hour movie. Like, it's gonna have to be at least 2.5 hours if this shit is to work. Seriously. There's so much going on. There's the adventure leading to the tournament. And then halfway through the movie, then we enter the actual tournament. Where Kano might become the Kano we know. Where Goro might pop the fuck up. Maybe he's just a memory from the past. Time lapse. Once again, the timing. What is past and what is future? That is a big fucking issue. What is past and what is future? What's memory and what is happening now? Another side point. I mean, like, I can go on forever. That's what I mean. I'll rant for the rest of the fucking day. The Sub-Zero and Scorpion fight scene. With Cole. Sub-Zero about to kill Cole, this new guy. Scorpion comes in and goes, get over here! His sword is on his back. In the rest of the trailer, previously, every scene his sword is drawn. It's a fight scene with his sword drawn, which means that's the opening. Cole is about to be massacred by Sub-Zero. Scorpion goes, get over here! Pulls him through the wall, and that's the introduction. Shin! I am Sub-Zero. And that's their fight. Like, it's not after the fact. Scorpion saves Cole. He saves his fucking ass. That's a fact. Their battle, Scorpion and Sub-Zero, begins after that fact. Because he doesn't draw his sword until after he throws the chain. Because the sword is on his back when he throws the chain and goes, get over here! It's that simple. It's that simple. Then he pulls a sword, and Sword fights the Ice Sword with Sub-Zero. Then he gets the blood dagger, and then he throws him through a wall. So at that point, we don't know what happens next, but the battle begins with Scorpion saving Cole's life. That, as everybody said, like, maybe he's a descendant of Scorpion. We do not know. But I will tell you, Scorpion saves Cole's ass because Sub-Zero was gonna fuck him up. That's a fact. It ain't tag team. This ain't Mortal Kombat 11. It's Mortal Kombat. You know, one versus another. Scorpion saves that fucking kid's life and then starts his battle with Sub-Zero, where I believe he kills him because eventually Sub-Zero, I am Sub-Zero, becomes Noob Saibet, where maybe that's when he's throwing rain into the street. And I heard that one too. Maybe rain is in this movie. We don't know. Maybe Noob Saibet has the powers of Sub-Zero and Noob Saibet. Like, there's a lot going on. But there's also a lot in all these other reviews that I'm not hearing. Like, I'm seeing people miss major shit. Down to the point. Kitana's fan blade. And this is fan to fan. Once again, Cabal. Nobody noticed Cabal is in this fucking movie. I wouldn't be surprised if Stryker was on the Force before Jax had his arms frozen off. Like, there's so much going on. And, because I'm a vulgar motherfucker, I've gone through so much of this. I've ranted. I've raved. I've probably disappointed my goddamn self, but I will tell you, I will fuck Melina. But I ain't gonna let her suck my dick. And You know, much ado. I try not to mention things that I have not heard other people mention, but so many people are ass backwards on what this trailer might be. And this is not, I've never done a fucking trailer reaction. I've done one review. Normally I do music videos and jack shit. But I just had to come in and be like, you know what, fuck all of you. I'm a fan of Mortal Kombat. You all don't know what the fuck you're talking about. People look at Scorpion like, that must be Shang Tsung. Fuck you. Seriously, this is so easy to see. That's why I'm so excited, is it's fucking amazing. This trailer, I'll give a 10 out of 10. The movie, I'm gonna just come up front and be like, I don't care if the movie is jack shit. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. That's even better than Resident Evil, because I am a Resident Evil fan. But this is gold. This is pure fucking gold. And the little points in the trailer have been enough to where, yeah, I'm all for this. So, the only things I haven't heard, once again, nobody mentioned Cabal. Everybody's like, where's Johnny? Dude, I really think Johnny Cage is the guy fighting fucking Goro. It's that fucking easy. Who else fights Goro? Johnny Cage. That's it. You know, the Cloud Noob Sabat. You know, Ice is like, for Sub-Zero. A Cloud of Darkness, that's Noob Sabat. And, I'm gonna talk for the next 6 hours if I don't cut it here. I believe I'm going on, it doesn't even tell me on my camera how long I've been going. Probably like 15 minutes. Anyway, fan to fan. And if I had a last video, I'm glad that this is it, because motherfuckers, I will die to see that movie in theaters, and I'll go without a mask. I am Sub-Zero. Thanks for watching the late Trent W. Shade, The Shade Show. My first actual trailer review. This is why I don't do trailer reviews. I mean, at least last time I watched the fucking movie, and that was a movie review, but a trailer review, man, I will ruin the movie for fucking all of you. Go and watch that movie, and tell me that I said a single thing wrong. Go ahead. If it turns out that Kano's killed by Sonya, tell me. I'm betting Liu Kang kills Kano, because Kano kills Kung Lao, and Goro is killed by Johnny Cage. Melina is killed by Sonya, while Liu Kang stands in the background. Like, I got this shit down. 85% of the time. 90% of what I say is correct. That's why nobody watches movies with me. So, now I have to edit this shit. To be posted tomorrow. I would fuck Melina, but I ain't gonna let her suck my dick. See you next time. On a special edition of The Shade Show. Get over here. And let's not forget, in the opening 10 minutes of credits, and the opening of the film, where Scorpion, by his real name, kicks the shit out of everybody because they kill his family, Bi-Han. You can notice in this trailer the frozen wife and child in the background.